Siesta Sand Live. Siesta Sand Live is broadcast from Captain Curt's village. It's Siesta Key's home to great food, great drinks, great music, and great times. Look for the giant American flag.
Welcome to Siesta Sand Live. I'm your host, Natalie Gutwine, and today we have one of our Siesta Key favorites, Brad Stewart, one of the owners of Captain Curt's. He comes on and talks to us from everything from hurricane recovery to their menu to their famous clam chowder, so stay tuned.
The next segment is brought to you by the Judy Berger team, part of Sotheby's International Realty. Whether a buyer or a seller, you'll be delighted with their service. And by Altez Vacations. It's the perfect place to go to find that perfect place to rent.
Hello, I am here today with one of Siesta Key's famous citizens. I'm here
I don't know about that.
I'm here with Brad Stewart, one of the owners of Captain Curt's. I am so excited to get him on the podcast, even though they sponsor the podcast. It took me a minute, but you've had a lot going on the last year.
Yeah. I think everybody on Siesta Key has, but
Yeah. Unfortunately or fortunately, we when the hurricane did come, there were so many pictures of Captain Curt's, and just everybody could see. But my God, you guys have come back with a vengeance. If you haven't been out to see Captain Curt's in the last year, it's amazing. You have done so much. You want to talk a little bit about the updates?
well, yeah. I mean, going back to the hurricanes, we have a good staff that, and we're a family here. So when the hurricanes hit, we'd have 40, 50 people show up. What can I do?
I noticed that. Well, just now you're redoing the bar. You're going to have a whole new bar on the Tiki. The Tiki is huge. That has been a big difference. But your staff, the people that I work with on many other things, they're in there building the bar.
Yeah, they're we have paint, people painting, doing whatever. It's when we're putting it all back together, it was a real team effort, and we, like I said, that it's more of a family thing than just work.
Yeah, it is. It's we've been doing this. We're about a year, coming up on a year. We were originally going to do it right when the hurricanes hit. Actually,
Right.
The first day we were supposed to record is the day Milton hit.
Yeah.
So obviously things got pushed back a little bit. But we've been working on this. Captain Curt's is our main sponsor. We really appreciate that. We love coming out here. Everybody loves coming out doing the podcast. Lots of crabs. So you want to talk about Captain Curt's, how it got started? How long have your family owned this property?
Well, we've had it 31 years. February will be 32. Captain Curt started down at Turtle Beach at the marina, with the pub at the marina, and it was Captain Curt Marsh. He was not only was he a boat captain, he was a police captain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and from Indiana, he had it a couple years, and then sold it to Al Sledgemelek, and he moved it from there to its current location in 1981.
Oh.
And then my family, we bought it in '94.
Oh. So when you bought it, was it just the one building?
Yeah, it was just, we rented it from, the plaza was owned by a different gentleman, and it was just the front room, and I think we had 10 employees. And so it's come a long way since then.
Do you know how many people you can seat here?
Roughly, I think that it's roughly 450.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that original first room. I remember coming when it was the original first room, and then was the back the next thing you added?
Yeah, the back came next, and we just kept on adding, and then I believe in 2000, the restaurant really started rock and rolling. From '94 to 2000, we were starting to rock and roll. And then a big for sale sign went up on the plaza, and my brother and I are thinking, oh my goodness, what are we going to do now? And my parents stepped in and bought the plaza, and it's been a family farm ever since.
Oh, I did not know that's how that happened. So
Yep.
now you've got this whole plaza. You've got the tiki bar on the end. You've got the coffee shop. You've got ice cream. What else is in here?
Yeah, well, the ice cream and the bike shop are they rent their units from my parents, and but everything else is us, and like there's something for everybody. That's
Oh,
one
right,
thing
yeah.
that we like about it. The Captain Kurt's is definitely kid friendly on the inside, and then the adults on the other side.
Right.
So.
Yeah, you've got so many different areas. You've got different. When I walk around, you can start here. What time's the coffee shop open?
8 o'clock.
So 8 a.m. You can start here with coffee, or you can close it down at. Are you midnight? Are you 2? Or are you a little bit of both?
Midnight.
Midnight. Yeah. So you're open most of the day. There are always people in and out of here. There's always something going on.
Yeah, there's somebody. We have our maintenance people come in early. We receive trucks
All
5
night.
o'clock in the morning. So there's somebody here 24/7, really.
Yeah. Wow. So you've owned it that long. I always joke because you have the Ohio State here, and that's what we were originally talking about. It's the 25th anniversary of
Right.
the Ohio State Alumni Association does their Ohio State games here,
Right.
and you've been doing that for 25 years.
25 years, yeah. A gentleman by the name of Michael Patrick, who was on the board of the alumni club at the time, come in, and we had we just opened up the back room, and we had these giant 60-inch TVs. We had 3 of them that weighed like 1,000
Yeah, that
pounds
was a
apiece.
big deal back then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
you
1,000
have to have
pounds
like
apiece.
5 guys move a TV.
And they had about 35 or 40 people, and they wanted one TV to watch the games. And so, yeah, they came in. One of the restaurants that they were going to closed down. So they started 25 years ago with us, and now, it's basically a takeover.
Oh, yeah, it completely is. I was here for the very first one. It was just Ohio State. And, I'm an IU grad, Indiana.
Right.
So I don't mention that when I'm around here. But I always joke because you're from Michigan.
Yeah. The question I always get is you must be from Ohio. And I'm like, no, actually, I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And said, well, you must have gone to Ohio State. And I said, my brother and I barely made it through high school, let alone going to a university.
Oh, well, I met your dad one time years ago out here on the parking lot. And I was parking, and he was, and we started talking, and he said he was from Michigan. And I said, did they throw you out of your own bar? I can't imagine how that goes over.
Yeah.
So are you all in Ohio State now?
Oh, absolutely. And there again, if, doing the games with the same people for 25 years, it's like our little Ohio State family.
Right.
The alumni, the club, the officers of the club are amazing and just good people. And, they're doing good things. They're raising money for scholarships for local kids from Sarasota Manatee High School to go to Ohio State. If they
That's
go to
a great
Ohio,
program.
yeah, if they go to Ohio State, they have a scholarship program that they help them out with.
Well, we've got footage we're going to show from the day I was here on back in August, the very first day. That was when the Tiki Bar opened up. It was huge. There were so many people here, and it was everywhere. It was when I went in the Tiki Bar, all the way through there, the whole parking lot, all over the other part of the restaurant. I mean, it was everywhere.
We do have a little safe haven for people that don't want to watch the Ohio State game. Our front room, we don't have the game on there. So if you want to come and enjoy lunch during an Ohio
That's
State
a
game,
great idea.
lunch or dinner,
right?
where the front room's always open without the game. So.
Well, everybody was friendly. It was, it wasn't. Now I didn't wear my IU shirt. Maybe.
Right. And they'd still be friendly. They're good Midwestern people.
Right, that's right. Us good Midwestern people.
Right.
You've got the Michigan, I've got the Indiana, all these Ohio people, and actually, I saw a bunch of people I know. I will be back. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good atmosphere, and I wonder how much money they gathered. Do you have any idea?
Well, over the 25 years, I think it's close to $500,000.
Wow.
For scholarships, and then with they like I said, they take the students, whatever they have. They do other functions than the game watches. They have a golf tournament, and they do,
Oh.
other different things. So they're pretty active.
So if somebody wants to get involved in that and be part of the Ohio State Alumni Association here in Sarasota, how do they find it?
Well, coming to the games, they always have a membership.
Registration.
Yeah, a membership person, and they sell yearly memberships or family memberships, lifetime memberships, and that gets you in the club, and then the emails and what's going on. But SarasotaBuckeye.org.
Oh, okay.
You can go to that, and they'll have the updates on.
You could even, they were selling Buckeye gear here too. Do they do that every game?
Yeah, yep. And we have our own in the gift shop,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know that.
There's a little, because, as you know, that, when the Cincinnati Reds were here, we got an influx of Ohio, people because
Right.
just drive right down I-75 and you're here, So,
Yep.
and hopefully, thankfully, a lot of them stayed because, Arizona's a long way.
Right.
This is a little bit easier to get to. So I think that has a lot to do with, and there's Midwesterners here in general, but I think having that Reds connection and that Ohio connection, that draw, 20-something years ago is really
what's-
built on the Ohio thing.
Oh yeah, there are so many people. When I'm out selling houses, so many of them are either from Ohio or they're moving down from Ohio now. But there is a huge group of Ohio people here.
Right.
Well, so. Do you ever see yourself doing anything different? Could you ever imagine yourself doing anything other than this?
Well, before the restaurant, my brother and I were selling industrial tools and that kind of thing because my dad's background is manufacturing. So we always grew up around manufacturing. But down here, it's not as much manufacturing. So
Right.
that's when the...
So did you move down here to open this, or did you move down before that?
I moved down here before that. I moved 2 weeks after high school. My folks had a condo on Siesta Key, and I grew up in a little farm town outside of Kalamazoo, and I knew, I don't know if I want to stay in Vicksburg anymore, and Siesta Key was available, and that was a little bit more attractive.
So are you older or is Brett?
I'm older.
You're the older one.
18 months.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're
So
pretty close.
yeah. So did he follow right after you?
Yep, right after he graduated, he came down.
Oh, and then so it was a few years, and then you bought this and
Right.
all in.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I can imagine when you bought it, and how many years was it before you opened up the back?
Probably a year and a half, 2 years. I mean,
So it wasn't very long.
Yeah, it wasn't too far into it.
Was any part of the outside open at that
No.
at that point?
No, it's just, like I said, just the front room, and then the back room kind of went in stages. There were dress shops and gift shops in there, and I think there was 3 different expansions into that back room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is a stage back there. Is that where you do karaoke? That's one thing. You do a lot of different things here.
Yeah, well, we do karaoke on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do entertainment every day.
Live entertainment.
Right, from 1 to 5, and then 6 to 10.
Oh, okay. Is that all out on the outside tiki?
Yeah, that's on the outside tiki, and we've been doing Saturday nights karaoke in the back bar.
Well, and you also have Crab TV.
Well, yeah, that's we use that for our Ohio State games, as a format to produce our own, show. So when the game goes on, the club has an agenda, as far as what their message that they want to get through, and then, obviously we do too. We advertise Captain Curt's.
Right.
But it structures the game to where, people are engaged the whole time. So it's
Yeah, it was
fun.
Yeah, it was a huge show when I was here.
Yeah.
I could tell it was planned out, but you have your on staff. You have people that create Crab TV and marketing people.
Right.
You've got all that right here.
Right. Yep. And there are advertising people, Rick and Haley. Rick is the technical part of it. Haley is the artist, on-staff artist. So any of the ads that you see in print or whatever,
Yeah.
Haley drew or had something to do with. She designed the beer can labels for our own beer.
Yes, you have your own. You've got the Sun King beer here.
Right, and I know
those
you've
are
interviewed
so good. Yes,
Clay.
I interviewed Clay.
Yeah.
Another great Hoosier.
Right.
I loved Clay. That was such a fun interview. He and I joked that we could have talked for like 3 hours. It would have ended up being like just a podcast that he and I were listening to.
Well, he's a great guy. When they approached us about being partners and just doing more than just carrying their beers, which we do.
Right.
We wanted a little bit more than that. He was like all ears. He was like all in, and we love working with local people.
Right. I think that's one of the beauties of Sarasota is, and Siesta Key especially. It is so local. That's one of the things they were talking about. I was in a meeting last night, and we were talking about how that's the difference between Siesta Key and even Bradenton Beach.
Right.
The people here predominantly, you own the building, you manage, you run the restaurants, you do everything. Here on Siesta Key, we are very, very local. And I think that's part of what gives us our charm.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You go to, I think, I don't know what the industry average, I think, is 80% chains, 20% restaurants.
Oh, wow.
And I think Sarasota, especially, well, obviously Siesta Key is 100% independence. But even Sarasota in general, there's a lot of independent restaurants and good independent restaurants.
Right. That was one of the things that drew me here. Was I loved the fact that there were so many different restaurants. I still have not been to all the restaurants here, and I do my best
Right.
to never cook at home. That's
Right.
kind of a daily goal I have, and it usually works pretty well. But yeah, there are so many, and I think that does give the flavor. Just Siesta Key, I think it's pretty special.
Right.
I
We all do.
Yeah. Yes, I think we all do. I think that's what brings so many people down. And you were involved in the tour. Were you on the tourist? Or no, you were working with the chamber. Is that how you knew Vern?
Yeah.
Vern Johnson.
Vern
legend.
Johnson.
Vern Johnson, the legend.
He is a legend. I spent 10 years on the board.
On the chamber board?
Siesta Key Chamber, yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and was on the co-chair of the fireworks for those 10 years. And
We've all, I'm on all those boards now. Vern says, for those of you who don't know, Vern Johnson has been involved in Siesta Key and just really has helped get us where we are.
Right.
And it was all volunteer.
Right.
He doesn't own a business here. He retired from, I think it was NCR, but he was so instrumental. He volunteered at the chamber for 20 years.
Yeah. He headed up the beach ambassadors, and when I was there, he was doing the beach ambassadors.
Is that how that got started?
Yeah, he'd have a team of people, 2 or 3 people at the beach, and with just a little booth set up or a little table set up, welcoming people to Siesta Key, and if they could, can I help you in any way? So it was really inviting, real important.
Yeah, and that's part of our charm. It's all those little touches and the people that like to get involved. And now we're on round 2 of
Right.
beautification, doing it all over again. And I'm excited to see how that works out.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a short break and we can talk a little bit about that?
All right, sounds good.
Thanks.
The following segment is brought to you by Beach Bazaar, located in the heart of Siesta Village. Everything for the beach, and we do mean everything. And by FAM Development, the area's best in custom-built homes. Start living your dream on and around Siesta Key.
Go back.
Go back.
Come up.
Say hi. Wave again. Go back.
We're back. I'm here with Brad, and we want to talk a little bit about the hurricanes and what happened with that.
Well, that was, well, just like everybody else. And you're watching TV, trying to figure out, what's going on. And to my horror, they go to Stickney Point. And,
Right here.
yeah. And Midnight Pass. And
Right.
they have
Every
a
key
shot.
station in the world was right there.
And knowing that the water was coming over the beach access and going down Old Stickney Point Road. And,
Could you see, were you watching cameras? I know a lot of people were watching the cameras.
yeah, we had cameras on the restaurant, and it's just a helpless feeling.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same way I felt, just sitting there watching the cameras thinking, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and the big unknowns, I don't think I slept, and probably nobody in my family slept. And
Right. I don't think any of the business owners slept. I think everybody kind of just waited. And how early did you come over here?
I got here about 7. I had to walk across the
Oh,
bridge, and just, it's like, where do we start, and walking through the place and figuring out, it's like, I'm on the phone with my brother, excuse me, I'm on the phone with my brother, and I'm like, it's not good, but where
Yeah.
do we start? But like I said earlier, we have employees that this is their life too. It's
Right.
not just my family. It's we have a handful of employees that have been here over 25 years.
That was going to be my next question. Don't you
Yeah.
have some
And we have a couple
lifelong
that
employees?
that have been here since day one.
Hmm.
And after 30 years, I mean, we've seen
Right.
babies growing up and go to school, go to college, have kids of their own, kind of thing. And but yeah, we have probably 30 or 40 that are here for at least 10 years or more.
That says a lot about the organization and working for you and your brother and what that means to these people. But I saw that all over the island when we all got over here and we stepped in that muck.
Yeah.
That to me was like, oh, that's when I realized
Yeah.
this is not going to be easy.
Yeah, and the sand in the parking lot wasn't our number one beach. Really, it wasn't a sandbox by any means.
It was not that white sand.
Right.
It was just. Did you get skid steers yourself?
Yeah, we did.
And just started hauling it off.
Yep, and
How much sand was in the parking lot?
12 to 18 inches, depending on where you were.
Wow. That was one of the things I think was a little more unique to your restaurant. I don't think anybody in the North Village had to deal with sand, but you did.
Well, we're right across from the beach access, and that was
Just came right over.
Yeah, nothing to block it,
No, but it was when I came over here from Milton. This was the first place I came, and from Milton I walked back over, and everybody was like, we can't believe we got hit. I'm like, look, this is absolute best case scenario. One right after the other. We weren't even remotely cleaned up from the first one. But now, I mean, like I said earlier, you're bigger, you're better. You have totally used that as an opportunity to create an even better restaurant.
Well, I mean, it's it's what we do, and we have a responsibility to our staff. I mean, there's a lot of families depend on this restaurant to work.
How many people work here?
150 plus.
Wow, that's a lot.
So, we wanted to get it open. Not just for us, but, for the staff. And
And
I
the
think it's a
people here.
community landmark,
Right.
and so, and we had such nice, people, from all over, the world, really, get, support and
Oh yeah, the emails that we got,
Yeah.
and everybody, and just the support that everybody got, and that was overwhelming.
Yeah.
That just, I'm gonna. Thinking about it, I get teared up again
Yeah.
because at the Ohio State event was it August 31st?
Right.
You did a video.
Right.
Oh, I had to excuse myself because it was a video. You did it out in front of everybody at the Ohio State game, and it was from the Hurricanes. Oh, yeah, and it showed the water, and you just go right back there.
Yeah.
I could not
gives
believe.
you chills.
Yeah, I was.
Well, you're
right-
standing next to me, and I looked over at you, and
I'm
you're
just
bawling.
bawling. I'm like, okay, this is hitting me a lot harder than what I thought it would, and I didn't lose my house.
Right.
I lost a lot. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't have 18 inches of sand in my business.
Yeah.
But it was still so traumatic that everything that we went through.
Yeah, and that short little video kind of brings the realism back to life. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah. It
a
hit
year
me
later.
yeah.
And,
It was coming almost a year when that aired.
I've been here for 40 years and never seen anything like it. And there's, I don't think it's been 100 years since anything.
Your parents have been here a lot longer than that.
Yeah,
haven't they?
they've first started coming down in the 70s. And
Nothing then. I mean,
Yeah.
nobody. I don't know anybody, and I've talked to some people that have been here for their entire lives, and they're in their 70s. Nobody remembers anything like that
Right.
ever happening.
well, Helene obviously wasn't supposed to, it was 100 miles off
Right.
the shore. I mean, we didn't expect anything. And, but so we didn't prepare like,
No.
But
No.
For Milton, we put the sandbags up, and that kept the water out of the buildings and everything else. So we did learn
it
something from
right,
it.
yeah.
And so, that helped. I mean, we're right in the middle of the cleanup, obviously.
Right.
But we'd already had equipment delivered and everything else.
Oh yeah, a
And
lot
then-
of you had a lot of restaurant owners.
and then had to pack it up in a truck, take it to the warehouse, so we didn't want to,
Well, I was surprised at how many people didn't know Milton was coming because not everybody had internet. Not everybody had electricity. They're cleaning up their houses, their businesses, and they're not watching TV.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to talk to some of my friends and my clients, and I'm like, you guys do know there's another hurricane coming.
Yeah.
And I had that conversation with a lot of people because you were busy cleaning up.
right,
And then
let alone a direct hit,
Right. Yeah. Who would have thought it would go from bad to worse,
Right.
I guess. But
And it was when after Milton, my artist Haley came up with a design, and it was crab strong, and it has a crab holding up a barbell, and it has Milton on one barbell and Helene on the other, and it's really cute. And we sold those for hurricane relief for our hourly staff.
oh, that's great.
So anybody that was on the books when the first hurricane hit, we sold 100% of the sale went to divided up among the hourly staff.
Oh, that's great.
And
That was a challenge.
yeah, and we had we sold over 2,000 shirts online,
Wow.
and those were welcome checks to people that suddenly were.
Oh, yeah. You wake up one day and you have no income.
Right, and
Yeah. And we're still, I'm in the real estate business. We're still coming up from behind that. But I think, just like your business, I think we took a hit, but we're going to come back stronger.
right.
I really feel like that's what's going on
Yeah,
Siesta
and-
Key.
And, I think last year, obviously, a lot of the accommodations, especially the first floors, there's a lot that weren't open.
right.
There's a lot more this year, and I think people are a little bit more comfortable coming back because
Right.
the vision in their head was what they saw on
Right.
TV and on the internet with stuff everywhere.
Oh yeah, and now everybody's
Now
talking
it's
about
beautiful
it.
Siesta Key again.
Yeah, and I was talking. The accommodations were down this year, and they haven't booked out. But I think, especially with us getting through the 1 year anniversary of Helene, coming up on the 1 year anniversary of Milton, knock on wood.
Right,
I mean,
right.
we had such a dead year this year. Thank goodness. That's what we really need. So people will come back to Siesta Key and see what we've done to the place, what you've
Right.
done to this place.
It's still the most beautiful beach in the world.
Oh,
It really
absolutely.
is.
And that's, we're working on the beautification. That is exactly what we want to get back to. Is
Yeah.
we want everything else to reflect our beautiful beach.
Right.
That beautiful white sand.
And, I remember Midnight Pass being open.
The first
right.
time around.
Yeah, the first time around. And, I think it's a good thing that,
Oh yeah.
that opened up naturally. And because the water in the bay used to be just
Oh,
like
it
it
was
was on the.
disgusting. I mean,
Yeah.
that was without so many of us say, that's the one good thing that happened out
Right,
of these
one good
hurricanes.
thing.
One
Yep.
is it did. When those videos first came out and you could see the muck coming out of the bay and going into the ocean or into the Gulf, I thought, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that proves everybody right that had been fighting for 30 years to
Right.
get that thing open again.
Exactly.
And now it's flowing, and the county's got it designated as an inlet, so that'll force them to keep it open, from what I understand.
Okay.
That's at least what we're pushing for. So I hope that thing stays open.
Yeah. Like I said, my brother and I, or my family, have been boaters, forever, even before we came down here. And we had seen the change from when
Oh.
it was open to, and the years and years of not being open, where
Oh yeah,
how stagnant and
yeah. It was just gross.
Right.
I mean, it was not water you wanted to get in.
right. And so, like you said, the one good thing.
The absolute one. And I think looking forward, we're going to build back better. I
Right.
think that's exactly what's going on. So many of the business owners are doing work. I mean, as we speak, you're putting in your new tiki bar. So you put the new roof over, you expanded the tiki. What else did you
Well-
do to that?
Well, the thing is, when you go into the new tiki, it's the same footprint. as
Oh,
we
it
had.
just looks-
Yeah, it's,
Oh, that's right. There was no concrete poured.
right. But the thing is,
But
where
it's bigger, right?
from the fence we had trees and some landscaping that that came in, where the tiki stage was before. All was outside, and there's picnic tables outside.
Oh, so you
Now,
just went over.
Yeah,
the whole
everything that was outside is inside now, so it looks that much bigger, but it's actually the same footprint.
Yeah, it feels like it's huge. I thought for sure you had expanded it.
No.
And yeah, which I guess,
just
I don't know
feels-
where you would have gone.
Yeah, it
It's
just
already-
feels bigger, and
Yeah.
having the higher ceiling too,
Yes.
it kind of adds to that.
So brand new tiki roof, so all the,
Yeah.
and then you're redoing the bar. So where are you moving it forward?
No,
or-
it's in the same spot, and
Again, just another optical illusion on my part.
right, and but the tiki people are amazing to watch them build them. I mean,
Oh yeah.
and
There's so many tiki
Y-
at roofs out here now, and
Yeah.
so many people have replaced them this year.
yeah. But they weather the storms pretty well because the one that's on the north side of the building was that was a year old, 2 years old, and the wind goes through the palms and it blows them up, but then they lay
They
back
just come
down.
right back down.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I guess
I
nobody.
think-
Nobody actually lost. Now that I think about it.
yeah.
So did you have to add some fronds to the? No.
No, the sneaky tiki, the new one that we're just talking about, that that was in for permit to rebuild anyway.
Oh, okay.
And so
Before the hurricane.
Before the hurricane.
Okay.
So after the hurricane, we still didn't have our permit, and we were going to rebuild it, so we didn't rethatch it. So we ended up rethatching it just to get us through season, just to get us. So we rethatched the old one just to wait for the permit, and then
Okay.
and then this time of year is the right time to do anything because
Right.
it's a little bit slower, and so that's when we decided to rebuild.
Well, it looks amazing.
Well, thank you.
It feels like you added on volumes, but no, it's just you've got a higher roof in there, and it's all the TVs and
Yeah, and it's under roof, and that's the big difference,
yeah,
But
it's
same footprint.
Well, and then when I was in there, August 31st, Saturday afternoon, I think that was like a 3 o'clock game or something, but I was there around noon. It wasn't hot. Their
No.
fans are going. It feels great under there.
Well, thank you.
And you've got all kinds of Captain Kurt's drinks over there, all the
Right.
daiquiris and so many things.
And our world famous clam chowder.
That was the the last thing I wanted to ask you about. The clam chowder. Was that here when you bought it?
Well, they had a clam chowder, which was good, but me and one of the guys in the kitchen who still is working here today is in maintenance. We developed the chowder that we have now.
Oh, okay.
And then 2007, we went to the Great Chowder Cook-Off in Newport, Rhode Island. I'd seen it on the Food Network. I was like, ours is as good or better than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
And so I inquired that, and we went up there, and I believe we were the first restaurant outside of New England to win the Great Chowder
really?
Cook-Off. And
That is a big deal.
yeah, and
What did they think about you Southerners going up there and winning?
they, obviously they liked it because it was a popular vote. It was really cool. It was on a pier in Newport, Rhode Island, and there was 15,000 to 18,000 people they project that go
wow.
to this thing. And your ticket for the event is actually your ballot. And they had on the way out they had boxes set up with booth
Oh,
numbers.
so it wasn't judges. It was actual people that tasted it. And,
Yep, popular
Oh.
vote. And so when you left, you put we were booth number 2. You put the ticket in the ballot box, and we came up on top. And it's now we have it in a retail kit that you make at home. It's a 2-part kit that we sell on the internet and in our gift shop, and we also have it in several grocery stores in Ohio and Michigan.
Oh, I bet it sells like crazy up there.
Yeah. And shout out to Jungle Jim's in Cincinnati. They have 2 stores in Cincinnati that are amazing. They're like 5 times the size of Walmart.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, it's like a foodie Disneyland.
And you're in there.
Yeah, we're in there, and they go through a lot. I mean, and we'll go up there and do demos, and it's cool because we get to meet people that visit the restaurant.
Right, yeah.
It's not only selling chowder, it's branding the restaurant and visiting with folks that come down here and vacation down here. And we tell them, you can have your vacation at home by.
That's right. Have the
with
famous clam chowder. I always get hungry when I come here. It starts off in the morning. I smell those dang sandwiches that you make.
Right.
If you have never had one of the breakfast sandwiches here, you just better plan on going to the gym, though, because they are so good. I could eat them every day.
Yeah.
You said those were created here. They're croissant something or other.
Yeah, our Haley, our coffee shop manager, another Haley. That's her program, and
It's
she's
some
done
sort
a
of
great.
crescent roll deliciousness that just melts in your mouth.
Right,
Oh, I
and,
love
and the
it.
coffee is good.
Yes.
It's not a local roaster, Sarasota, but St. Pete.
Okay.
Cow Coffee, and we started buying their coffee before they started franchising.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're one of the few.
Because I've seen the franchises around.
Right, we're one of the few Cow Coffee places that isn't technically a franchise,
Oh,
but it's good coffee. And that's why.
and that's why.
yeah.
How long have you had the coffee shop?
Uh, COVID. It was right after COVID. We
Oh,
started.
right after COVID is when
I believe right after. Right after or right before.
we've taken some hits around here.
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah.
we keep coming back for more.
That's right.
We
That's
got
right.
this. We're on another round. We're coming back bigger and better.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I think is going on Siesta Key. Everybody, the very, very high percentage of businesses and people just came back swinging.
Right, right. Well, even if we had hotels out here, it'd be different.
Mm-hmm.
But people own these condominiums, and
Right.
and
They're privately owned, each
yeah,
one.
and they want to rebuild it and make
Right.
it better and everything else. It's not just businesses, whatever, but it's the residents here and the people that have, units here that want their beautiful Siesta Key back. And
Right.
they
Well,
take
and we
pride in doing
Yeah.
it.
And we fund everybody else.
Yeah.
the bed tax and our sales tax with all the money that we bring in with the tourists.
Right.
And this year was a bit of a hit. I think you're right. Especially a lot of the ground floor units, they're not open just yet, but they're almost there. They're getting there. They're
Yeah.
most everything else is open. Just there's a few of those left. I
Right.
think.
Right.
And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. We start getting a little bit busier in October. How about when does it start going up a little in October?
Right. Yeah. Middle of October, we start seeing the winter residents back. September is our slowest time because starting second week in August when our kids go back.
Yeah, right.
And up north, I think they wait till after the holiday.
Right. After Labor Day.
Right. And then so then September's really slow. Then that's when most people
Well, it's
do their
beautiful.
maintenance. Yeah.
Right. It's beautiful up north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we start seeing the winter residents in the middle of October, and it kind of goes up till Christmas, and then it's a little lull between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People are out shopping and doing
Right.
whatnot.
Yeah.
But then from Christmas to May 1st, it's
That's the
season.
same thing I see in my business. Yeah, little lull between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but then that week between Christmas and New Year's,
yeah,
I'm assuming that's one of your busiest weeks of the
yeah.
year.
It's one of our busiest weeks, and the week before Easter and the week after Easter are historically the busiest weeks of the year, with Good Friday and Saturday being the busiest days of the year.
Oh. Yeah.
Especially on Good Friday, people eat fish.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. They come out here and eat fish. Yeah, Good Friday, and that's you've got it for them.
Yep.
So, anything else you want to touch on? So we've got a typical week here. You've got karaoke on what days?
Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays in the back room.
Okay.
And then entertainment from 1 to 5 during the day at the Tiki Bar, and then 6 to 10 at night at the Tiki Bar.
Okay. All right. Great. And for the Ohio State games, how early do you start? If you've got a 3:30 game, how early will it get rocking here?
Well, they normally start their program an hour before the game,
Okay.
but
People are here way.
they're
before
here
that.
way early. And during the Michigan game, the last regular season game of the year, there's a couple guys that drive from Ohio, and the condos are Saturday to Saturday,
Right.
and they'll drive down on Friday night, and the same two trucks, they sleep in their cars in our parking lot.
Because they can't get into their condo.
They can't get
That's
in
nice
there.
of you to let them.
Yeah, and so
That's that Midwestern charm,
Yeah.
hospitality.
yeah, they've been doing it for the last 3 years, I think.
Yeah, that's dedication. I mean,
Yeah.
it felt like a tailgate
Yeah.
out here. It feels like you're very, very much part of what's going on. I don't know if I'll come here for when they play IU. We'll see.
Right.
That'll be a good game, though. I think they are
Yeah.
on the schedule.
I don't know that for sure, but they usually do play them.
Yeah, it's usually for years it had not been good for IU. But
Right. Well, they got a good football team this year.
2 years in a row,
Yeah.
5-0. I'm so excited. I love it. But it's football. You know, it's
Right.
college football. That's one of the greatest things about this country is college football.
There you go.
So I will be out here.
Yeah, awesome.
Well, thanks for coming on the program. I really
you,
appreciate
Natalie.
it. Thanks for
Yeah.
everything you've done for Siesta Key over the many, many years of building it up to what it is. And we're building back better.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we got wonderful customers. You know, I hope that, Brett and I and my family want to bring the, vacation experience. You know, we want to, when you're in Captain Curt's village, we want you to feel like you're on vacation, even if you live here.
Right. Well, that's
Yeah.
a good point. Yeah.
So.
And I think there's so many people when they come down here, that's absolutely one of the places they have to go. It's on their bucket list of on Siesta Key. I have to go to Captain Curt's at least one night for dinner, and then you've got other things to keep them occupied for more.
Right. So, well, everybody come in and see us. Say hi.
All right. Sounds great. Thanks again, Brad.
Yeah, thanks, Natalie.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
The final segment is brought to you by the law offices of Eric Fleming, specializing in real estate closings. Mr. Fleming is also the current president of the Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce. And by Gilligan's Island Bar and Grill. Experience the heartbeat of the Siesta Village's dining and social scene.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Siesta Sand Live. I really hope you enjoy learning all about the people and the places here on Siesta Key. I always learn so much. Captain Curt's is such a Siesta Key icon. I can't imagine that you haven't been here before, but if you haven't, you've got to come check it out. There's so much to do here, always something going on, night and day. If you're an Ohio State fan, this is where you need to be on Saturdays. So as always, please, if you have any questions, anything we can help you out with, please reach out. We do still have the Siesta Key Beautification Alliance. We're working very diligently on that. Some good things going on behind the scenes. Lots of big news coming up. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated and stay sunny, Siesta.
Siesta Sand Live is broadcast from Captain Curt's Village. It's Siesta Key's home to great food, great drinks, great music, and great times. Look for the giant American flag.